I just want to welcome everybody. Come on in, and we're going to talk about, like I said, confidence from the inside out. And let's just start by asking, is everyone prepared for Christmas? Because I know I'm not. I still have some shopping to do. I was trying to do some re-gifting of multiple gifts that I had purchased, but I don't think it was a good fit. So comment if you're comment a why if you're ready for Christmas already. Let's see. No. Still more shopping to do, huh? I'm trying to get this in the right spot so you guys can see me and so I can see what's being commented as well. So let me know. I just asked everyone because I see a few more people coming in. So is everybody ready for Christmas? Comment a why in the comments if you're ready. Share this with your BFFs and all of your fun friends that might be interested. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, I'm Lon. I am the confidence coach, and I specialize in helping professional women move from self-doubt to increasing their self-confidence as well as building their self-worth. And that is pretty much what I do, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy helping people, and I like to help and see people build their confidence in one way or another. So, you're not ready either. Hi, Deidre. Welcome. Come on in. You guys go ahead and share this with all of your friends because I'm going to get started shortly. So no one's ready for Christmas. So what are we going to do on Friday? If we're not ready, then what are we going to do? So, anywho, I'm going to go ahead and get started just so that we can not get this show on the road because I really enjoy talking to you guys. But I just wanted to first see if anyone is aware of what self-confidence is. If you know what self-confidence is, put a Y in the comments for me. So basically, self-confidence is knowing and having confidence within, well, not confidence, you can't use the definition within the word, my bad. But anyway, so it's basically trusting yourself to know that you have the capabilities to do what you want to do. And sometimes, oftentimes, we sometimes doubt ourselves, and ultimately is having the ultimate trust within yourself. So here, I'm going to be looking over at my notes because I wanted to make sure that I don't forget anything for you guys. So confidence is basically the center of everything that we do, everything for our whole well-being. And so if we don't trust ourselves, then how can we actually live confidently in knowing what we want to do with our lives, right? So in this situation or this case tonight, I'm going to talk about how we're with ourselves 24/7. We only have ourselves for the rest of our lives, right? So we need to make sure that we're confident from the inside out so that we can make sure that we can live for all of those loved ones that we have, our fur babies or whoever, right? And so a lot of times we have negative self-talk that creeps in. And I know that a lot of us have had one time or another when we're like, oh, I'm special, I don't like this, or I can't do this because of X, Y, and Z. Well, a lot of times self-talk, negative self-talk comes from childhood or from our beliefs or something that someone may have told us at one time or another. So it negative self-talk really plays into our confidence. So it's believe in self-confident, negative self-talk is what do I want to say? Like it helps. It hurts us because it's like we get this belief that we're not capable of doing something, when all actuality we are capable. We can do it, but we don't, because we have that negative inner voice that's telling us, you can't do it, you can't do it. So I just wanted to give an example. So say if I'm applying for a job and I'm like, oh, I really want this job, but I don't qualify, right? I don't qualify for the job because I don't have the bachelor's degree, or I don't have the experience that, that the job description says. But it's all in my head. Like, I'm just saying that because I am scared, or I'm fearful of not getting the job, which most of us are scared of rejection, and it's just human nature. So if we're saying that we can't get the job because of X, Y, or Z, then we have to look at the job. You want to take the job description, because we want to do the research to make sure that, in fact, we don't qualify for this job. So you take the job description, you look it over line by line. Oh, it says communication. Oh, I can communicate well. Check. Oh, it says I can type 45 words a minute. Check. So then it's like, okay, so once you check everything, and then you're like, oh, well, so I do believe that I have. Now I looked at everything and I checked all of the job descriptions off on checked all of the tasks off of the job description. So now I can't tell myself that I don't have the job, that I don't qualify for the job, because I've done the research. So now I have to believe in myself enough to say that I am capable of the job. And so then I have to say, how do I get past this? Because if I don't overcome the negativity, then it's going to be a continuous cycle, and I'm not going to be confident in applying for the dream job that I may want, right? So then I have to, within myself, reverse all of the negative thinking, because I've done my fact checking. So I can't tell myself, oh, I don't qualify for that job, because I've looked at the job description and I have the job, right? So, that I have the qualifications, so I can't say that I don't qualify for that job. So we have to be careful at the way that we're speaking to ourselves. We can't talk negatively to ourselves and think that it's okay, like, it's not okay. We are with ourselves 24/7, 365. You are all that you have. You can't move without moving within yourself to know that you do, and you can do things with changing the way that you think about yourself. So, I just lost my train of thought. So basically, you just want to change the negative self-talk into positive self-talk, and basically reversing and telling yourself, I've done the fact checking, like I said before, you can do the job. So therefore, I cannot tell myself that I am not capable of that job. And you have to say, I do qualify for the job based on my years of experience, based on my strong writing capabilities, or whatever it may be. So at that point, you need to focus on the positives and your strengths, and give yourself positive affirmations surrounding the job that you want. So like, say if, for example, I want a job that, if I wanted to be a life coach, like I am, so then I would say, well, I qualify for being a confidence coach because I am confident and I do have the qualifications. So you tell yourself that, and then, after a while, it'll sink in, and you'll have confidence in doing and applying for that job, right? So it's almost like we have to look at ourselves as we have to separate. So say if there's the message and then there's the messenger, right? So we have to separate ourselves from the message that we're telling ourselves. We're the messenger. We're carrying this information of beliefs that we have had for years and years. Like I said earlier, it's from our childhood. Oftentimes we're told something, we believe it, we carry it around as the messenger in our messenger bag. But we have to take that message out of the messenger bag, do some fact checking, and challenge it. Make sure that you look at it and say, is my knowledge of this, is it true fact? Like, is it verifiable fact? So then I can't believe anything that cannot be verified for myself. So if you're with me, put a Y in the comments if you're still there listening and you understand what I'm saying. So I need some interaction. So I love people, so I just want to see if you guys are checking in. So put a Y in the comments if you're still with me. All right, I see some Y's. Yes, okay. I see you. Nene and Cindy and my business BFF, Selena and Latia and Jelaine. All right, I see you, Janelle. Hi, Janelle. So we're going to, if you've had a messenger bag. So I know I just said put a Y in the comments, but I just said we have to separate the message from the messenger, right? So if you've had a messenger bag and you put multiple messages in there, put an M for me. Let me see. I just want to know, because I feel like I know I've had a lot of messages that I've had to separate and do some fact checking. Like, wait a minute. Like when I've applied for jobs or promoted, at jobs, I've told myself, I don't qualify to be a supervisor because I've only been here for X amount of time. So I'm not going to apply for that. And so then I'm like, wait a minute, let me take this message out of my messenger bag. Let me check and do some fact checking and see where I'm at so that I know, okay, I can do this because I do have the qualifications. So I just wanted to bring that home because I felt like that was really something that resonated with me. So, so has anyone ever felt like they're wanting to okay, well, do I look okay? On the outside, you're presenting something, or not even if you're presenting something, but if you're going to the grocery store or if you're just going outside of your home, you're not in the comforts of your home and you're like, I just don't know if I feel right. If I look okay, is this okay? Is that okay? Is my shirt right? I don't know. Have you ever felt like that? I mean, you could chime in if you want to, but I know I have. And then has there been a time where you just want to feel like you're just beautiful, period? I'm beautiful inside and out because that's what I know, because I'm confident and I believe that, because that's what I have told myself and I've had those types of beliefs. But this plays into confidence and our self-assurance of ourselves, right? So we can be looking at whether, I feel okay inside. Do I feel beautiful? Or do I feel okay, comfortable with myself and be able to sit with myself? Because, our self-assurance is at the forefront of whether we can be confident or not, right? So this all starts, like I said early, it starts within our childhood, and oftentimes we have to dig deeper. We have to see, like, where is this belief coming from? Because I have a belief and I know that I have it, but where has it came from? It could be subconsciously or consciously. Like, where does it come from? Like, I don't feel put together. I don't feel naturally beautiful. So we have to look at where is that coming from? Like, because like I said, we are all we have. We are our own person. So we have to then, of course, reverse our thoughts once again, because it also always plays into our thoughts and how we think about ourselves. Like, what our brain is telling us, like, as to who we are, like, who are you? And so when we're speaking to ourselves, we have to turn all of our negative thoughts into positive thoughts. And we have to give ourselves affirmations. I am a naturally beautiful woman inside and out. Like, if I tell myself that every day, all the time, whenever I feel like I'm not right within or out, then if I tell myself that over and over, I'm going to believe it. And so we have to get real comfortable in our skin. So in order for us to do that, we have to challenge ourselves. We have to dare ourselves to do things that we typically probably wouldn't do. So, I mean, you could start with little things, like, just to build your confidence. Like, say if you're going to go to the grocery store, and usually you're like, there is no way in the world that I'm going to go to the grocery store around the corner up the street where my neighbors and somebody that I went to school with 28 years ago. No, I'm just kidding. But, if I went to school with someone so long ago and they want me to, they're going to see me. And then I feel like, oh, they're going to judge me because I didn't do my eyebrows. But I really need to go to the store because I'm hungry. I need some bacon and eggs for breakfast. So is that going to hold you back from going to the store? Sometimes it will, because that plays, like I said, into confidence, into self-assurance. So I challenge you to do little steps. If you're one of those that wouldn't go to the store with no makeup on, go to the store with makeup without your makeup on. Janelle said DoorDash. I love it. So, yeah, but it's like, you could start with something as small as that, but you might not be a makeup person. But if it's not makeup, do something that you wouldn't do. Like, say if you never went out to eat, and I know because of COVID, it's not something that we can necessarily do right now, but I would say go get something, go out, take yourself out, go by yourself, or challenge yourself to do something that you would not do by yourself, but it's safe. First of all, we want to make sure that we're safe, but go out and do that small little thing that you've always wanted to do, but you don't want to do it by yourself. Do it by yourself. That will help build your confidence and your self-assurance for sure. And it'll feel so liberating. Like, once you do it a few times, then you'll be so comfortable and confident that you'll say, oh my gosh, I can actually do this. Like, it almost feels like you're at a point of rebellion. Like, ooh, I did that. It feels so good. You just feel warm and fuzzy inside. And I'm not saying that you have to do it all the time or all at once, but start with something little. So if you're willing to start with something small, put an S in the comments for me. Yeah, you want to get out of that comfort zone, challenge yourself. And, as you do that, the more confident you will become. So, I'm going to talk about something else which also eats us up alive. Let me check the comments. Let's see. Yeah, so Jennifer said, this is true. She's done it a few times in the Rona season, but she's like, it is spring, but she always at least puts on her mascara. But hey, whatever it is for you, then do it. So does anyone have any questions so far or anything that you might want me to answer for you? And while I look at these notes to see what other goodies I wanted to express to you guys tonight. I'm jamming to music in my head. Let me know if anybody does that. Like sometimes you'll be like, oh yeah. You'll have your own little music going in your head, but no one else can hear it, but you're dancing. Does anybody do that? Or you guys are just going to leave me hanging? It's okay. One other, thanks Jelaine for coming through for me. One other thing is we sometimes and oftentimes, thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, dancing to that music in our head. And Latia and Renee when she's alone. Oh, yes. What kind of verses do you have in your head? Cindy, I want to know. That sounds fun. So anywho, I just wanted to also discuss comparing, with confidence. A lot of times we like to compare ourselves to other people or compare ourselves to others. I won't say other people, but most times for us women, we compare ourselves to other women because we feel like, oh, they're not good. They're so successful. They're married. They have kids. They have the 2.5 picket fence, but you guys know what I mean, what I'm getting at. So they have the white picket fence and the 2.5 kids, and what do we have? I mean, we have ourselves and we have what our life is supposed to be. That's what we have. So we can't run around and saying, oh, I'm 32 years old and all my friends are married with children, or I'm 42 years old and I don't have a degree, and because of that, I can't compete against others for a job, or I can't do this or that, I can't travel, or I can't, whatever it is. Stop it. Stop comparing yourself, because guess what? You are you, they are them, and your life is supposed to be what your life is supposed to be. My true belief is that God has a purpose for every one of us, right? He wants us to do everything that He wants us to do, but in our own right, because we're all uniquely made and we all can't do what our friend is doing, or what the neighbor is doing, or what the lady up the street is doing. We can't focus on that. We have to focus on what our life is and what our life is supposed to be, because like I said, who is it? We're all that we have. We're our own. We are with ourselves 365, 24/7. So, and I know that everyone has their struggles, Renee. I know that. We all have our struggles, but we cannot, because it's going to limit us in believing everything that's surrounding us. And whatever we focus on is what comes into fruition, right? And so if we don't focus on the positives of what we have and what our strengths are, and if we don't focus on those things, then we are going to be stuck in having that low self-confidence, because we're always going to be comparing ourselves to something that's not for us. So if you got that nugget, put it in for nugget. Because I mean, this is your life, and you all, I mean, you're, like I said, you're all you get. You are your only person, and so everyone's not going to be on the same page as you, And so it's like you have to write your own story, you know? Like you can't be focused on what the next person is doing. You have to write your story so it's your best story and not what other people's stories are. So first, with that being said, and with me, harping on the whole I love Janelle chicken nugget. So we can't harp on ourselves, but with that being said, at the end of the day and at the end of it all, they might be reading a different book, Jennifer. If they're reading that book, then guess what? That book is not for you because you have the bestseller over here. You're reading the bestseller. So you have to first give yourself grace and focus on the positive. Then you want to write down a plan of what you want for your life. Write your plan down. Write down some goals. And they don't have to be like, I'm going to write down my next 50 years, because I know I'm going to live to 100, but I'm not going to write down my next 50 years is what I'm saying. But write down small goals to get you to the bigger picture or to your bigger goals, right? And so you want to take small steps, and each step you will get closer to your life's goals, and you'll pick one small thing at a time that you aspire to accomplish so that you can see it come into fruition, so that you can see it come full circle, and so that you can accomplish it. So what I want you to do is write out a plan. First, write out a plan, right? So with your plan, what you'll do is you'll write out like an action plan from the small goal that you wanted to accomplish. And then you'll write step by step. Then you'll start with step 1, and so forth, so that you can accomplish whatever goal you want to accomplish. And that in itself will help you feel more confident, right? So there's my big sister. Hi, Ernestine. So who is anyone gonna do? If you're gonna do an action plan, maybe not today, not this week, because I know tomorrow's Christmas Eve. But if you're gonna write out an action plan for a small goal, put an emoji in the comments. Any emoji that you feel confident with right now. There goes my music in my head again, guys. My sunshine. So does anyone have any questions or anything that they want to talk about? Or you want me to talk about, I guess I should say? Okay. I see you, Jelaine, Ernestine, and Renee. Thank you for the emojis. So, at the end of the day, I would like all of us so if you write an action plan and you don't stick to it, so you miss part of it, but most of this is we have to trust ourselves first, right? So you write your action plan, and then what I like to do is I will set alarms in my phone so that I can stick to what I need to do at a certain time, right? So Jennifer can't find an emoji. So what I do is because if you don't stick to your action plan, then you're letting yourself down, you're not trusting yourself, and you're basically failing to follow what you what you didn't do. But anyways, so yes, action plan is to get to the live on time, yes. this time I was very late and I apologize for that, but unfortunately I was having technical difficulties trying to use StreamYard, and so I said I'm just going to go live on my on my profile page and go from there. So I would like us all to start building our confidence, or to continue to build our confidence, and building our confidence this week by, and it doesn't have to be extremely long, but I would like all of us to challenge ourselves to write a love letter to all of ourselves, focusing on our strengths, not what we have accomplished, but the actions that we have taken and the strengths we use to get there. I know we are celebrating, Christmas, Jesus' birthday this week, but afterwards, celebrate the new birth of your confidence. You, right there, your confidence with that love letter to yourself. And I think it would be great to give yourself write a love letter, and then maybe keep it, and then next year read it again and revamp it, or maybe in a few months, depending on how you feel. So I hope everyone really enjoyed this confidence, boosting your confidence inside out tonight. And I'm going to have another live next week. I don't know if I'm going to continue. Yes, I am going to continue this series because there's a few other things that I would like to speak about. And so I would like to, next week, I want to talk about the lack of self-confidence or not seeing that you are worthy, because you are. And then I also wanted to discuss a few other things surrounding that. So I wanted to talk about how do we get out of not trusting ourselves, and how do we get out of not trusting ourselves? Ultimately we need to trust ourselves. So I just want to elaborate on that, and then also I want to talk about us not feeling like we have that that full self-confidence. So I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas. And if you have a question, pop it in the comments. If you are watching this now, if you're not watching this live for later, then please tag or hashtag replay whenever you comment. I'll answer all of your questions in the comments. So, hi, Danny. Yes, thank you. So I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will see you on the live next week. And I will be live on Monday at 6:30 p.m. Happy Kwanzaa, Ernestine. Yes, at 6:30 p.m. on Monday night, Monday after Christmas. So I hope to see you guys. Have a wonderful night. Subscribe to my page below, like this video, and I will see you on Monday for another video on self-confidence, discussing how to see your self-worth. I'll see you there, and I'll also see you over on my Facebook page at The Confidence Suite. Yes, see you at The Confidence Suite. I will put the link in the description box below.